Hello! Today I'm going to make a no-bake cheesecake. Great if you're feeling a bit patriotic because it's got a red, white and blue topping. It's going to have a buckwheat base. So these are buckwheat groats. You can get them at the health food shop, but I've also bought them in the supermarket. They're gluten-free, so this is a gluten-free recipe. I'm going to toast them. You just want to get them nice and golden. Now, for my base, I need some glue. And you know me, how much I like butter. So I'm using butter, but you could use coconut oil if you're that way inclined. But this is a dairy galore recipe. It's got mascarpone, it's got cream cheese, it's got Greek yogurt, and it's got butter in it. So I don't really think that it make that much difference. That goes in. If you can't get hold of buckwheat groats, you could use like chopped hazelnuts, that would do the same trick. Or you could just use more seeds, same thing, but just a slightly different flavour. Okay, so this is looking pretty toasty. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that into my mixer, and the butter's melted, so I can switch that off. So this is looking pretty toasty. Ooh. Making a mess. In that goes the seeds have already been toasted. So I've got a mix of linseed, pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds. So just a blend. That goes in too. Sorry about the sizzling pan, I'm making a bit of a racket. Really noisy. All right, the butter, gonna add that in that too. In it goes. And I'm using some maple syrup as a sweetener, but you could use regular sugar. Just really like that lovely nutty maple syrup flavor. A couple of tablespoons, in it goes. And then you just want to whiz it all up. Let's have a look. It's not quite there. You want to get a sort of paste. You see it's started to form in the middle, but the sides need a bit more blending. It smells very good. I really need to buy a new blender. It's like stuck together with sellotape, but it still works. Okay, so that looks pretty good. And, oh, really noisy. I have lined a springform baking tin with some baking paper, just makes it easier to get out. And then I'm just gonna add the mix into the tin. That goes all in. There's always something stuck at the bottom, isn't there? It won't come out. Okay. And then you just need to squash it down so you make a nice solid base. Like so. This is going to be quite a thick cheesecake base. So you could probably do this in a bigger tin if you wanted to, but I just so happen to have this tin. I quite like a generous cheesecake base. So you want to smooth it out so it's all kind of level. I've just realized I've got a dent in my tin. It's not very round. Oops, I must have dropped the tin at some point. Oh well, see the dent? Oh, happens to everyone. It'll just be an organic kind of looking cheesecake. Okay, that looks pretty good. So that's the base done, really, really easy. And now I'm gonna do my topping. So let's just clear this out the way. Let's press that down, it was not looking very level. Okay, I'm going to flavour my cheesecake with a classic flavour, vanilla. Can't go wrong with it. I've got vanilla bean. I'm just going to cut it in half, like so. Then you take the back of your knife and you just run it down like that. So you get all the vanilla grains out. That goes in. Goes in too. This bit you can keep. So what I tend to do is I dry it out, then it gets really brittle. You blend it up, so nice fine powder, and then you can mix it in with some sugar, and you've got your own vanilla sugar, because there's still a lot of flavour in that, and they are pretty pricey. Right, so I'm going to use some Greek yogurt, mascarpone, and quark. Quark? Am I saying that right? I don't know. So it's dairy galore with this recipe. That goes in. Some Greek yogurt. Not the diet version, please. No 0% here. And then some mascarpone. Can't go wrong with that. Really thick. Oh, doesn't want to come out. It's making funny noises as well. It's not my stomach. Right, that's almost all of it in there. And now I just kind of need to mix it all up, and I'm going to add my sweetener. So with the sweetener, it's really to your preference. I'm using maple syrup because I love it so much and it kind of ties in with the base, but you could use regular sugar, you could use coconut sugar, whatever you fancy, and you can do it to taste. So if you like it sweeter, you can add more. If you like it less sweet, you can add less. But I think it's important just a little bit. It's good. Okay, so now I'm going to mix this together. You want to beat out the lumps. The mascarpone tends to be a little bit lumpy. I might switch over to a whisk. Oh, hard work. Oh, making a mess. That is looking pretty good. So you want it to be nice and smooth, like lump-free. And you see all those lovely little black speckles from the vanilla. That would be pretty nice with some berries. Could make a very simple, like summer berry dessert with a spoon of this. Nice. The right kind of sweetness for me. But like I said, add as much sweetener as you like, or as little. So that is just going to go into my form. Scrape it all out. Don't want to leave anything in there. And then you just want to spread it out so it's nice and even. I could just eat it straight away actually. But you've got to wait a little bit. You want it to set in the fridge for a couple of hours. Actually 4 would be better to be on the safe side. Could do it the night before actually. This is a really good dessert if you were having a dinner party. You can do this the day before, and then just before serving you pop on the berries so they look the best. It's a little less work for you. Okay, so that's going to go in the fridge for a good 4 hours so it sets and everything becomes nice and firm, and then I'm going to decorate it with some berries. All right, I'm ready for some cheesecake action. So it's set really nicely. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run a knife round the side, just to loosen it from the form first. And you want it to be a little bit hot, the knife. Hot, sorry. Forget my T's. Some hot water. Yay! And then it's my cake shovel. I don't know if you call it a cake shovel, but that's what I call it. This makes life a lot easier, but it's not necessary. Then I'm just gonna pop it on here. I love a cake stand. Can't beat a cake stand. Okay, now to finish it off, I'm gonna be a bit patriotic. You could be American, you could be British, red, white, blue, you could be French. I think there are a few other flags, but I'm gonna use a combination of these giant blueberries. Just sprinkle them on randomly. Some raspberries. This is like, you could do a pattern, but I'm like, whatever. I've got some strawberries, which can go on top. Then I've got these really odd looking pine berries, something I discovered. So you've got the white, although you've got the white with the cheese as well. The berries smell so good. This is what I love about this recipe. It's a great way to celebrate all those fantastic summer berries. That's what I like. Perfect for lunch or a dinner, or just, you know, whenever really. Don't need a special occasion. It's a very simple cheesecake to do. Don't even need an oven for this cake. This is the kind of recipe I could have made in my first kitchen in Paris. I only had one of those electric hobs. So yeah, I had a fridge and a hob, but no oven. Right, am I gonna stop here? Maybe a couple of raspberries on the top. Just check it from each angle. See if it looks nice. It's looking pretty good. This is my arty side coming out. Thinking about balance, a bit more white one here. Yeah, there you go. My no-bake cheesecake with loads of summer berries. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video.